Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Ross Sr. Along by my side is the one and only Miss Shantha Caldwell. And this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I like to always give my shout outs before we get started. Let me give a shout out to the Brussels, Belgium area. A shout out to Panama City, Panama. And I want to show some love to our first listener over there in Russia. I haven't quite learned your language yet, so I can't quite speak to you in your
Understand. Hello.
They do.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And of course to our North Carolina family, what's up? Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, the Gate City, the Triangle area over in Durham, Chapel Hill. What's up, North Carolina? Stand up, Nightdale. Yes, sir. And you know we got to go down to the ATL. Shout it. What it do, baby? Yes, over there in Washington and over there in California. Thank you for listening. Man, we really do appreciate all of you all listening to the Ross Cloud Podcast. Happy. Yes, sir. So listen, our topic on today, me and Shantha, we're going to tackle love, loving the unlovable, and then possibly go into some feelings where Shantha has expertise at. About love. Shantha, what's up, man?
What's poppin', Chris?
Not much, you know.
Another day in the land of the living.
You know, glad
And
to
I'm
be
grateful.
alive.
That's right.
So grateful, you know.
No, so grateful.
So grateful. So
Yes.
we're going to try to tackle this word love.
We're going to tackle it.
We're going to try to tackle it.
It's a big word.
It is.
It's a big thing.
It is.
But we can handle it.
Yes. We need more love, don't we?
But everyone
Everyone.
needs more love.
Everyone needs more
If
love.
we had it, we wouldn't be in the situations that we in.
Ain't that the truth?
You know that, right?
Yeah. Ain't that the
yeah.
truth?
We need love.
We need love.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and start off with, I'm going to give you guys a definition, and then Shantha's going to give you a definition as well. We're going to have like two types of definitions so that we can get it started. All right. Love, L-O-V-E. It is a noun, according to this right here. An intense feeling of deep affection. Babies feel parents with feelings of love. That's a sentence that they gave us right there. Mm-hmm. It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit on here. There's a second one. A great interest and pleasure in something.
Mm-hmm. I love my
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. Love.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hear your definition of love.
Well, you know, I gotta come with that Greek.
Come on.
You know,
Give
with
it to
the
us.
Greek word.
Yes.
That agape.
Mm.
That is some important kind of love, right? So the Greek word agape is often translated love, right?
Yeah.
So, but agape love is different from other types of love. The essence of agape love is goodwill, benevolence, and willful delight in the object of love, right? So, unlike the English word love, which you were just speaking about in a noun or a verb or whatever,
Yeah.
agape, when we're talking about the agape love as far as the word, the word of God, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It is not talking about or referring to romantic or
Correct.
sexual love, right? Nor does it refer to close friendships or brotherly love. But agape love involves faithfulness, commitment, and an act of the will, right?
Yeah.
So that's the love that transcends no matter what.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if that's how it's distinguished from other types of love, because it's the moral nature
Yeah.
and strong character.
Yeah.
You got to have that to have agape.
Agape
right?
love. Yeah.
So, of course, it's beautifully described in 1 Corinthians, where it talks about what love is
Yeah.
and what love is not.
Okay.
Right? But when we're talking about that first part of 1 Corinthians, before you get to what love is and what is not, it talks about how you can have all these things, right?
Yeah.
You can have, you can speak of men and angels and, not have love. You're just a noise. You're just making noise, right?
Right.
You can have all of these, prophetic powers and know all knowledge and everything and not have love. And what?
Yeah.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
So I love it. You have to have love.
Yes.
If you don't, even in all the things that you have,
Yes.
gotta have love.
And you hit on something a few minutes ago when you was talking about that love. It transcends class, race, gender, politics, geography, and culture. God tore down the walls that could be used to keep each other at a distance, and we see it happening on today. And we don't really. I think you see it more in larger cities, but nowadays I'm starting to see it everywhere. I don't think it's just in the smaller cities anymore. In the larger cities where it's hard to see compassion and love. I can't say that for everybody. There's probably still a few folks out there showing love. And what I meant by that was, like when you go to New York and you walk in, just New York period on the whole, it's a whole different jungle.
You talking about the city?
The city.
Like Broadway.
Broadway,
okay.
Canal Street, when you go to Brooklyn, whenever you go to any of those 5 boroughs, and it's not as friendly. Let's say that.
That's interesting you say that because it's so true. Like I used to be a flight attendant, right?
Yeah. Unless you know someone. Well, that knows someone. I don't know. I didn't see it when I went.
It feels like if you're not from there, then they don't really love you like that. I agree. Yeah. So I used to, when I would fly there, which used to be almost every week when I lived in Baltimore. Yeah. Let's say we go out to dinner, or like we take a cab, or we're on the, subway or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm from the country, I'm from the South.
Exactly.
So I'm getting on the train like, hey, y'all. And they're looking like,
hey.
First of all, who is y'all?
Right.
And why are you speaking to me?
Right. And hey is for horses.
They're looking at you like strange, and then like,
right.
We don't talk to people we don't know.
No,
and you speaking to everybody. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
So it's not a real warm place.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
Let's say that. It's not the most welcoming.
Experience.
Yeah, in my experience too. Now, if you're going up there to do work and they know you for your expertise, then that's something different. You might not experience the abruptness, should I say, of a New Yorker or a Bostonian, or
it's just a different type.
It's
of
a different flow.
They
is
moving. They busy.
But
they on a mission.
They got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like that in Atlanta too, though. Depends on where you are in Atlanta. Atlanta's, the Mecca of the South. Charlotte is becoming
busy,
very busy. So I guess when you, like you said, when you're from the country, you're from small towns, then everybody speaks to everybody for the most part, that
because they're not that busy.
Not that busy. Everything is slow. Everything is moving kind of slow. But we see the South is changing too, though, as time goes by.
But again, if we have all these things,
if we have all
this busyness,
yes,
and all this work,
yes,
and all this money,
yes,
and all this, these things,
yeah,
and all of these stocks and bitcoins and all that, and we have not love,
NFTs,
right?
Mining, everybody mining, busy.
If we don't have love,
yeah.
then we have nothing.
We don't have anything else. Yeah, I agree with you on that. So how do we get to that love? Like, how do we get there? Let's say if you're, okay, before we touch into that, there is something that I wanted to read here. It happened in 1987. Ronald Reagan, remember the Berlin Wall? The Berlin Wall was up, and I wanted to read this right quick. It said, there is a statement that Ronald Reagan said. Now, I didn't agree with his politics, and I'm older now, so I really understand his politics. Maybe not all of it, but it still doesn't take away from the statement that he made as it pertains to love. And he said, Mr. Gorbachev, I hope I said that right. Gorbachev. 1987, he said this one, okay? He said, tear down this wall. We've isolated, quarantined, excluded, and judged people long enough. Let's tear down our walls and show God's love.
Well, I think that you have to be determined.
You do.
To love.
Yes.
Because the interesting thing about, if we're talking about the love that I read about, when you say how.
Yes. Go ahead.
Some way how you have to get to the love past what happened or what didn't happen, right? So, again, we are to love each other, with that kind of love.
Yeah.
So that means whether you're a fellow believer of the love I'm talking about, or if you're a bitter enemy, right? Because everybody doesn't believe in Christ, right?
No,
everybody doesn't believe in God's love.
No,
Some
they
people
don't
even believe there is a God. So
True.
they'll be like, what are you talking about? Right?
And then the new age, we have this, new age religion now. So I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to speak about it. But go ahead.
But if we're talking about what we know to talk about,
correct,
then that is, we have to love the way that Jesus loved, like a good Samaritan kind of love, right?
Sure.
So it's a sacrifice.
It is.
Right?
It is.
It is, it's modeled by Christ, right?
Yes.
So it's not based on a feeling.
No, it's not.
But it's based on the act and the will,
yes,
and the joy and the welfare of others, like above your own.
Correct.
Like so people like cliche say, I'm just gonna love you through this. Well, what that mean? Can you love me after we get through this? Or can you're just gonna love me through this? Are you saying that because it's just something to say?
Yeah.
Or because it's really a determination that I gotta love you in a hard place that's hard for me to love you through.
Yeah.
And a place that you need some love through.
Yeah.
So
that's,
I think it's like you say, it's a determination.
It is.
So that's how we're talking about how do you love the unloving or the unlovely or the unlovable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
it's
you have people that literally because they've never been taught how to love.
I was going to say that too.
Or they've never experienced love. This could be from neglect. This could be from abuse.
Trauma.
So if you have somebody neglecting you or abusing you and they're also saying they love you, then that's what you think love is.
How do we get outside of, I've always wondered, how do we get outside of, how do we love folks even in spite of what we were just talking about, their disbelief or what we believe in? How do we, there's so much that we could talk about when it comes to love. Love doesn't judge. Love doesn't point fingers. Love doesn't criticize. Love doesn't gossip. Love doesn't Man, love stays in the midst of adversity. But when do you turn love off? When is it? When do we just turn it off and say I'm done? Like my mom used to always. Well, my mom used tough love a lot for us. So I feel like love can still be used as an accountability tool too, to say, hey, I love you, but I'm not putting up with this. If I tell you the truth about something, then I love you. I feel that way. I feel like if I lie to you, then I don't love you. Like, say, for instance, if my child is doing something in school, right? I'm just use this as an example. If my child is doing something in school, if Nico's doing something bad in school, and I say, it's all right. It's all right. No, it's not all right. If I don't tell him the truth about fixing the situation, then I don't feel like that I love him. If I keep letting him mess up and never correcting him, then I don't feel like I'm loving him, because we're corrected. If you make a mistake in something, then there's an accountability that comes along with it.
Well, we chasing who we love, right?
Yeah.
If you don't chasing them, that means you don't love them.
I don't love them. Exactly.
But if you do, from what we know,
that
means you do love them.
You do love them.
If you correct me to help me or to save my life or to change my life, then that means you love me. That doesn't mean you don't love me.
Correct.
But I got to go back because you said something that triggered me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
When you said, I think this is what you said.
Okay.
Correct me if you didn't.
Okay.
But you said, did you say cut love off?
Yes. When do we know? Okay. Let me say it a little bit better. Let's get into the unlovable part then. The abuse. If a husband is beating his wife, or vice versa, if the wife is being abusive to the husband.
So stop right there. That's not love.
Okay.
So it's almost like it cancels it out. Like it doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Like you don't have to cut something off that is not.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you still love them and not be with them? That is the question. Like, say, for instance, that's the question I'm at. That's the tough part. That's really a tough part, because prime example, a gentleman got released from prison. He did like 23 years, 24, 25 years. I don't remember the name verbatim, but it was rape. They said he didn't do it. The family still felt like he did it. They released him, but the family is still angry and upset. Do you think that's cause for them not to love that gentleman anymore and just wipe him off the slate? That's where I'm saying that love, like loving the unlovable in a situation like that, Shantha.
So in a situation like that,
yeah,
for me,
go ahead.
In my understanding, in the context of what you just said, we're not talking just about love. See, now you're talking about forgiveness. Okay.
But doesn't it take love to forgive?
It takes forgiveness to love.
Okay.
So it goes both ways.
Goes both ways. All right.
Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I love you if I don't forgive you.
Okay.
And if I have aught, like in my heart,
need to fix that.
This is where it comes from, the heart.
Yes.
So whatever's in your heart, if I think that you violated somebody that I love, and you didn't do it, and they proved that you didn't do it,
correct,
and you are no longer incarcerated, but I still think you did it, that's in my heart.
That's in your heart.
That's in my mind.
Yeah.
So until I get rid of that, I dare not say I love you, because I'm not being honest.
No.
You're not being honest, and you're not being forgiving.
Correct.
So all of that is all together. Love is in forgiveness. Forgiveness is in love, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
If you forgive somebody, that's because you love them.
Yes.
And if you want to love them the right way, then you got to forgive them.
Correct.
But I still got to go back to what you said.
Talk to me.
You said, even though you kind of came back and paraphrased it with, how do we stop loving? If we're talking about the essence of love, love never ends.
Got you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Love never ends.
Yeah.
Love never fails.
Yeah.
Love covers all things.
Correct.
If we're talking about real love.
Yes.
See, people got all of these definitions in their mind
Yes.
or ideas
Yeah.
of what love is.
Yeah.
But that's just your personal
That's just your personal experience.
or that's just your opinion about
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about love, whether
Real
we're
love.
talking about agape love, whether we're talking about, the action of love,
Yes.
it never ends.
Correct.
You find love for something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yes.
If people can have more love for their pets and animals
Talk
than
about
they
it.
do for a human being,
We see it.
seen it.
We see it.
Then people still love their animals after they bury them and burn them up.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you.
So love never ends.
No, it doesn't.
Auntie die,
Yes.
mama die,
Yes.
daddy die, grandma die. Some pictures of my aunt that was unfortunately murdered this time last year. Her her celebration of life that we had at my home
Okay.
came up, in my memories on Facebook.
Okay.
And it was like, wow, like you're reminded
Yeah.
of how much you loved her when she was here and how much you still love the essence of who she was.
Yes.
Like it brings back all those memories of how she loved us, how she showed her love. So love never ends.
Yeah.
Even when life ends, even when people end, relationships end.
Yes.
There are a lot of relationships that I no longer have with people, whether that be a man, a boyfriend, a best friend, a girlfriend, whatever. That doesn't mean I still don't love them.
I love it. I'm finna give you a hand clap, okay?
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you a hand clap.
Thank you very much.
I know how to pull it out of you.
Clap your hand.
I know how to pull it out of you too.
I thought you wanted me to preach for a minute. I was about to go back to Corinthians. Oh, you must want me to come on down some more.
See,
Okay.
what I love about having dialogue is you're able to talk to each other, and then not only that, you're able to pull out the best out of that person. Yeah. Whether it triggers them and say, "Hey, whoa, wait a minute, love don't end, brother."
Right.
Now I know that.
I want to agree with you all the
Wait
time.
a minute. I don't want you to.
At me when you said it ends. Oh no.
Let me tell you the beauty of what I love about podcasting is we're going to do that to each other. Because what it does is you're able to pull out the best out of the individual when you say something that challenges their intellect, or you say something that says, wait, whoa, hold on, bro. Let's go back to love ends.
You need a little correction. So I had to chasing you on that. Well, now, wait a minute. Now, I know you tried to paraphrase it, but this is what you said. You said
I love it.
that it ends, and it never ends.
No, it does not. Trust me, I'm totally agree with you.
Listen. Belgium, Russia, Zimbabwe, wherever you're at, love never ends.
Absolutely.
It never fails. It covers anything and everything that you allow your heart, right, and your forgiveness to cover, period. I ain't no way else to cut that cake.
Yes.
That's the love cake.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris, you done made me check you today.
Now, see, you didn't check me what I did.
I didn't check you. I had to check that love ends though, because thing I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight.
No. What I'm saying is, this is what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? We having honest conversation, and sometimes the only way to get the honest conversation is to say something that's the very direct opposite of what I believe. I believe what you believe, but me knowing who you are. I want the people to see who you are. I want them to hear who you are.
Absolutely.
This is an introduction to Shantha, okay, y'all?
I'm going to love you because Corinthians said I had to love you in this way. And that's just what I believe. Now,
correct.
If you don't believe in the way that I love, that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
You still can't make me not
That's right.
look.
No, not at all.
Don't you hear people say, I love you and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
It's true.
I'm going to love you anyway.
I wish that we could have, it is my prayer, man, that even though we don't agree with everything we happen with people evolving sexually, people evolving in whatever they believe in. I wish we could get to a place where we could just love people right where they are.
You can, you know how.
You know what I'm saying? I can do it. How do you do it? How do you do it? And then I'll tell you how I do it.
Since we're using the word love today, I love for people, and I love for myself.
Yes.
One thing I love about myself is that I tend to my business.
That's the best thing to do.
Come on.
Yeah.
If you mind your business.
And don't worry about what they doing.
If Sheila loved Patricia.
Come on.
And if they got married last week.
Come on.
Guess who business that is?
Theirs.
Patricia and Sheila. Now, I might not have been in the wedding.
Correct.
Might not have been a maid of honor.
I got you.
Might not even gone to the wedding.
Yes.
But I have had friends.
Yes.
That have loved one another and they've been the same sex. That ain't none of my business.
I totally
You know what they
agree
asked
with
me to come do? The makeup.
And you there, Johnny, on the spot.
And they paid
I ain't turned down that money.
They paid me better than the heterosexuals. Call me some more. I'll come. 2 women, 2 men, 4 women,
Yes.
4 men. I don't care.
That
Guess what
key word you just said, we just said it, love transcends class, race, gender, politics, geography, and culture.
It's none of our business.
It's none of our business.
So what we supposed to do? Pray for them.
Pray for them and love people right where they at.
Or what I say, love you through this.
Love you through it. That's right.
They may stay there. That ain't none of our business.
Mm-mm.
God has the final say in all situations.
All situations, y'all.
So I know I ain't God.
No, me either.
And he's still dealing with my situation.
Man, say that. Can't judge nobody.
When you love me through my situation.
You know, can't judge nobody, man. We got to love each other, man.
What time y'all want y'all makeup done? Oh, okay. Well,
real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. I hate the fact that a lot of people go through so much. They go through so many changes about that. But what you gonna do?
It's gonna be right there.
People grown. People gonna do what they want to do.
Every bridal party.
Yes.
Whether they be male and female or all female. Because, again.
LOVE.
Okay.
Love.
It do say it covers a multitude of sins. So even when we think it's a sin, it's still covered.
It's still covered by love.
It's still covered. Now, I didn't write it.
I didn't either.
But it is written.
It is written.
Endures all things.
Love, 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 love. Love. So, what the world needs now.
Bears all
love.
things.
Me sweet love. It's the only thing.
So, it is what it is.
It is what it is. We've touched on love.
Let me ask you a question.
Come on.
Since you brought it up.
Sure.
Can you love the unlovable?
I'm working on that.
I'm not saying can you, because you can.
I can.
You have the ability.
Yes.
But is it a challenge for you on a scale from 1 to 10?
Okay. You want to know from where I was to where I am now?
No, like right now in this moment, think I don't know who that person is that is a challenge for you, or that you think is just, unloving or unlovable. That means either they do something that, bothers you, they bother you, the essence, there are people out here that just, your spirits just don't, that's not settled, right?
I'll put it to you this way. I have some things that I'm working through.
Okay.
I have a situation that I'm not ready to forgive yet. I'm asking God to help me navigate through it.
That's so honest, Chris.
Oh, hell yeah. I got to be that way.
That's so honest. And I can appreciate your honesty.
Yes.
Because people just won't tell the truth.
Nah, man. I got something I need to get off of me.
He'll do
it. I've been praying about it the last couple of days. That thing's still in my heart.
See?
And I have to pray about it every single morning.
Back to the heart.
Keeping it 100 with you.
But guess who's the heart?
So, yeah.
It'll be regulated. Just keep praying about it.
I
I just
am.
wanted to have a transparent moment.
Oh, I'm going to be transparent, you know.
I think about that a lot. Like, I mean, of course, there are some people, in my...
I was going to ask you, what about you?
Yeah, I would... You know what, Chris? Now, people that know me...
Yeah.
Now I know the people in Brussels, they may not know me, right?
Right.
But people that know me...
Yeah.
I'm not I don't struggle with like holding on to things.
I got you.
I don't think I do. Like,
No, I understand.
I'm not a real grudge person.
Okay.
I really, okay, you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's done though.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's any better.
I got you.
Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
once you do it, it's done. And I work through it better by letting it be done.
I see what you're saying.
You see?
I respect that.
So absolutely.
Yeah,
Then I really don't struggle with I guess loving the unlovable or unloving or unlovely because you did what you did. I dealt with it. And I gotta go on to the next part.
What's so crazy about it, Shantha, about what I'm dealing with? I'm not angry, but I'm still upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because you're not done.
I'm not really done with it.
See?
Like, so I'm still kind of like, there's a part of me that still wants to let that old Negro out and go over there and handle it with, with hands, with fussing. And now here's what I will say. I thank God that I'm in a much better place. Because if I wasn't if I was in a different place, then it probably would have been a different thing that happened. And it could have been detrimental for me, and it could have been detrimental for that person too.
But God.
So in that sense, I've grown, but I used to be somebody who flew off at the handle and then worried about later. Then worry about what the repercussions was later. So for me, I'm better in that sense because I don't fly off at the handle. But I'm real silent now. I'm very quiet now when it comes to like if something is done to me. But I also understand that I've done that to somebody too. So it could be a situation where it's karma that came back to me, even though I have not done anything in a long time. It could be the season where I still got to feel that.
You teaching these people out in this listening land. Listen, people.
But you get what I'm saying, though. It's not like I'm upset. So no, I haven't let it go. I'm still praying about it.
It's okay
every morning.
Human.
But at the same time, I'm very smart enough to know that. Darn, did I do that to somebody a long time ago? I know that's kind of like thinking too deep about it. But if you really, really think about it, it may be your season to feel that.
Maybe.
It may be,
So what I'm saying you is, as a friend.
Come on.
That may cross your mind, right?
Yeah.
You may be trying to fix. It's really not in this day, in this hour.
Yeah.
We don't really have time or the capacity
no, we
to
don't.
be trying to figure that out. That's just what I'm saying where I am.
No, I respect it.
We have so many other things that we really need to focus.
I agree.
Focus on and pay attention to other than still having that little upset for what? At the end of the day, for what?
I respect that.
And if we're talking about love, right?
Yeah.
Then that means we still have to love ourselves enough to get past it.
Okay.
Think about other things that you are supposed to be focused on and loving that you really can't love like you're supposed to.
I agree.
Because you still got that little bit of wonder this, I wonder that. No, it's for God to work out. And he'll show you, and once he show you, you move on so that you really can get on with the get on.
Lord, pray, Lord, help me, Jesus, in this area.
But yeah, I just feel like
it's so crazy because I've forgiven everything else is forgiven, is done, is over with. But it's just like you said, it's still there. I still feel I still feel some kind of way.
And it's okay. I still feel some kind of way about things that have happened to me, especially in relationships like that you really, really thought was like butter. And it wasn't. And you just kind of like, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
How did I missed all of that?
I agree.
We miss stuff we don't want to see.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
But when we see, guess what we do?
We move on.
Come on.
We move on.
You see it, and then it's back there. And what you're not supposed to be doing is turning around like, I can't believe that's back there.
Yeah.
Well, it's back there.
It's back there, though.
And you're supposed to be up there.
Yeah, you are.
So get up there so that you can receive and give love like it's supposed to.
Like it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. That's all. So I'm glad I asked you that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But,
This is what this is all about, man. I appreciate, I feel like this platform, the only way we can get the truth is to be transparent. You know, transparency is so necessary to get us the truth. And a lot of times we don't, we kind of shuck and jive around it a little bit. But I'm to the point in my life now, man, I'm 51. I ain't got nothing to hide. If somebody said I did it, I probably did.
Right. And what you can do about it?
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's what I love.
That's what I love, too. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Be like, Shantha, what? Girl.
Man, please.
Really? That's what you think?
Yeah.
Think on, my friend. Think right on.
I'm going to tell you, my wife got this thing. She say, when somebody come and say something to her, she say, well, you going to write the book. You got to check the write the book for the biopic. Until then, get out my face. That's a real nice way. It's going to cost you a little something.
Right. How much do you, how much are you willing? Right.
Exactly. So listen, we hope we gave you something on love, but we're going to go ahead and move forward because I really want, Shantha is an educator. So I really want her to talk about emotions and feelings. We can go into it. I'm not an expert at this. So sister, you can have it and you can go with this. It's so much. I got questions I want to ask you. Just all kind of questions when it comes to the psychology of a child, and as my son Nico is 11, perfect. And watching him grow up, I always ask him, "Do you really want to play football? Are you sure this is what you want to do?" And he'll be like, "Yeah." But you know how when you're watching your child out there playing a sport. And you're like, oh, man, maybe does he really like it? So for me, I just want to make sure that whatever he's doing, he loves it. Like, he likes it. And I know it's probably too early, but, sometimes I don't want to live through him. Right. Because I played football when I was I went to Doherty High School. So that's in Albany, Georgia. See, we moved to Albany when we were kids, and I played. Oh, it was short-lived. It was very, very short-lived. Football just was not.
You don't back down.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I joined chorus, show choir, dancing around, arts. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy.
You went from shoulder pads to the microphone.
Man, I did.
That is
man,
hilarious.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
But you were singing somebody.
Yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't for me.
You found where
it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was short-lived. I think when I got hit that first time, I said, I don't love this.
You hit some notes.
Yeah, this ain't, hit. I was like, this ain't for me because I can't hit him back.
Okay.
That was legal what he just did to me. So, it was like, this ain't fair.
That is so funny.
I'm done.
He said, chorus.
Yep. I never forget it. I was out. My mama said it to me. She said, you ain't going to keep playing. I said, nope, career over with.
I'm good.
I'm done.
I'm over here.
And I was okay with it.
Okay.
But I love football. I love to watch it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
You know I'm a football girl.
Right on.
I'm a sports girl all day.
Yes.
All day. Mm-hmm. Mother of boys, right? Mm-hmm. Mother of athletes.
Right.
I'm so glad you brought that up, though.
Yeah, well, go
I
ahead.
have such amazing testimony. I just want to share.
Come on, share
Because,
it.
people got to know. Like,
Come on, talk about it. And then I want to talk about your education, girl.
We're gonna talk. This kind of ties into feelings.
Okay,
today.
go ahead.
So I just want to right quick. So I
Go
have,
ahead.
I have 2 sons.
Yes.
So I'm the mother of 2 boys.
Yes.
Young men, and they're athletes.
Yes.
My oldest son loves football.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, since he was born.
Right.
He was born with a football onesie at the hospital. Right? But he had an injury back in January playing basketball because he plays dual sports.
Okay.
And so he's kind of just been really trying to figure out, through the doctors and the training, if he's going to be ready for football. So today we found out he is totally released and he is ready to fully get back, into the swing of things. So that's huge for a 14-year-old, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When you really don't know, what's going to happen and if you're going to be able to do what you love. So today he found out that the work he's been putting in is paying off.
All right.
He'll be able to play. Yes!
All right, Caldwell.
So getting to that feeling, right? Excited is a feeling. Did you know that?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is a great feeling.
Yeah.
Satisfied is a feeling. All those things are feelings. But I really wanted to tie this in for you, and I know we had kind of sidebar conversation as we're talking about love.
Yes.
You read your definition of love, right?
Yep.
I read my definition of love in the agape sense.
Yeah.
But love is a feeling. Okay?
Okay.
So I got into this by, I actually teach social emotional learning to children through the platform of, a nonprofit organization. And I have just completely fallen in love just with the opportunity to learn this information and study, just how important social emotional learning is for children.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but there are 12 feelings that every child should know before they go to kindergarten.
Man.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
That blew my mind because I'm 45.
12, right.
You're
12.
51.
Yeah.
And if, when I first sat down at this social emotional learning table, they asked us write down, you got a minute to write down what you think those feelings are. And I maybe had 5 of them. And I'm 45.
Wow.
You're supposed to learn these before you go to kindergarten.
And you only had 5?
I had 5
I don't even
of the 12 that you focus on. Of course, there are. Oh my gosh, there are.
I got you.
Tons and tons of feelings.
Got you.
But the ones that are key for children to know, there are 12 of them before kindergarten. But since we're talking about love, I just thought we could touch on. When I teach feelings, the platform they teach them through is actually through animals.
Really?
So this particular curriculum is created by an amazing African-American woman.
Yeah.
She's from our city. She's amazing. Her name is Karen Cuthro.
Okay.
So she created the Feeling Friends. Because guess what? Feelings are our friends. How cool is that?
Who knew?
Just learned that 2021. Oh my gosh! So she created these feeling friends.
Yeah.
Because feelings are our friends.
Absolutely.
And she based them around animals, so they would cross, cross races, cross gender, cross colorism, all that. They're animals.
Gotcha.
So you don't have to get caught up in anything but attaching an animal to a feeling.
Wow.
So it's amazing, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So since we're talking about love, love is the most important feeling out of all the feelings that you can have.
Wow.
Love. Lotta love the loveroo. So she's a kangaroo. How cute is that?
Wow.
But instead of it
is it a book?
You have
do they have books?
Oh,
Okay.
they have everything. They have books. They have songs. They have activities. I'm telling you, it is an amazing curriculum. So since we're talking about love.
I think I know what you're talking about, too. Go
Since
ahead.
we're talking about love, you have Lotta Love, the loveroo. So she's a kangaroo, but we call her a loveroo.
Man, I like that.
So I just wanted to share that because love is the most important feeling, right?
It is, yeah.
So when we're talking about people don't know what love is,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you teach them what love is.
Yeah.
So the definition of teaching that would be like a strong feeling of affection for another person or a thing.
Got you.
See, that relates back to
that
what
relates
you
back
said.
to that. I got you.
Right.
Okay.
So you teach that so they know what the word is. They know what the definition is, right? And so as you teach these feelings, they're able to check in, with their feelings.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember learning that.
Well, you probably didn't because it probably,
I don't remember learning that.
we weren't taught social emotional consciousness back in the 70s and the 80s. But now it is essential.
Really?
Because I guarantee you, if we're teaching children social emotional learning and about their feelings,
Yeah.
I truly believe that we would not have children busting up in schools, shooting people,
Come on.
stabbing people,
Come on.
taking people's lives.
I agree.
Because they would know how to recognize the feelings that they're having
Yes.
and how to deal with them. Okay? If you're teaching a child about love, some of the other feelings in the top two are happy, sad,
Yes.
disgusted, tenderness, angry, bully, fear, like all of those things. If you teach a child
Yeah.
those before they start school, then they know when they're being bullied. They know when they're in fear. They know when they're disgusted.
Right.
They know when they're feeling hostile.
Correct.
If somebody would have taught you the word hostile when you were 5 years old,
Yeah. I got you.
imagine how that could have changed your life. If somebody would have taught you the word guilty,
Wow. Yeah.
then you would know what that is.
Because I don't remember it. I don't think that was even in our curriculum.
It wasn't.
I didn't think
know it
so.
wasn't. People, listen, when I'm testing children on just knowing the words, so let's say right now I focus on third grade at one of our schools in our school system.
Okay.
And then I have a range of children in another class. The third graders, because third grade is a crucial reading stage in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like it's just crucial.
Okay.
Some of them know the words, some of them don't, right? But the interesting thing is they know what they mean. So they may not be able to read,
But they know what the word means.
they know what the word means.
Wow.
And they're able to use it in a sentence.
Wow.
But some of them don't know what the word is.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's just a vast of information that
Sure it is.
children really can learn if you take the time to teach it to them.
I love it.
But that means the adult has to learn it so that they can teach it to the child. So I think it's amazing that, we can teach children about love and then they go home and say, hey, Mom, let me teach you about love.
Yeah. Well, great point. Let me clap it up for that. That's a very, very great point, Shantha. I got a question for you, though. So with that curriculum in place, does that help teachers as well as yourself when you're testing to identify whether or not a child is going through abuse at home?
Absolutely.
In any form or fashion? Is that tool there for that reason, too?
The tool
Or
itself, the
okay.
curriculum itself is to teach children about their feelings.
Correct.
So once you teach a child what the feeling is, and that means they can recognize it. So, for example, to sum it all up,
Yes.
in the class, we have feelings check-in,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
So that means if you have a class of 10 kids, right, and you have taught these feelings or you're teaching these feelings, you're checking in. Simple.
Gotcha.
Chris, how are you feeling today?
Good point.
I mean,
And
pick
then
one.
automatically it's, why are you feeling that way?
And
It
the
leads right
answer
to ears.
so Chris, how are you feeling today?
I'm not doing too good, Miss Caldwell.
Okay, but it's a feeling. You have to say, I'm feeling sad.
I'm feeling sad today,
Okay.
Miss Caldwell.
And then you say, I am feeling sad because.
I am feeling sad because I didn't eat this morning.
Here we go.
Got you.
See? So now
Got
the teacher
you.
knows I need to feed him, first of all. And we need to be figuring out, do we need to send some food home?
Okay.
Or, something.
So
but
do-
at least
so-
you know what you're dealing with. So now Chris is cutting up in class. Well, Chris not cutting up in class because he bad as hell. He cutting up because he hungry. So as soon as we give him a biscuit, he going to act like he got
It
some sense.
identifies all problems.
Absolutely. It helps the
Everything.
children.
At home, everything.
But then you know the climate of the room, right?
I love it.
So let's say I want to teach today the feeling satisfied. But after my 10 kids check in and they say, I am feeling angry because my brother, whatever, kicked my dog.
Okay.
Somebody else says, I am feeling hostile because I didn't get to go to my dad's house. And then somebody else says, I am feeling disgusted because I lost. So now you got all of these feelings in here. Why am I going to teach about being satisfied?
Wow.
I'm not. I'm going to teach about what they're feeling
Absolutely.
so that we can get back to where? Lotta Love's house. Because at the end of the day, I got to tell them love is the most important feeling. So although you're feeling hostile, although you're feeling disgusted, although you're feeling angry, how are we going to get back to the most important feeling? That's love.
And I love it.
I love it. You like, how can you not love
Wow,
it?
man. That's awesome.
But just
Shantha.
just being able to teach children how to check in.
Yeah.
So they know when they see Miss Shantha, I'm going to say what? How are you feeling today?
How you feeling?
And I'm going to be
What's
expecting
going
them
on
to
with
say,
you? Right.
I am feeling happy because I saw you. Or I am feeling happy because I am going to the park when I get out of school. Or whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
But when somebody knows that you care about their feelings, then that triggers them to know you care about them.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I mean, I do it with my I do it with my husband. I do it with my children. I do it with people that I don't even know.
Yes. Yes.
You know, like, how are you feeling today?
Yes. Yeah.
I am feeling because,
Yeah. Yeah.
and recognize it, like
Yeah.
respect that,
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Just because I'm feeling happy doesn't mean you're feeling happy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just think it's amazing that we're talking about love.
Yes.
And love is the most important feeling. And whatever feeling you're feeling,
Yes.
you have to figure out a way to get back to Lotta Love's house.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. That summed it up right there, Shantha. That's pretty amazing. And I appreciate you for sharing and giving us some insight, into that. I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing to have you here with us on this platform. I'm very appreciative for your expertise and what you bring to this platform. It's very informative.
I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be very informative.
I love sharing the good news.
Yeah, man. And you shared, you dropped some diamonds for us, for those of us that don't know.
So I'm feeling like Sadie, the satisfied swan. Okay? Listen, let me tell you what's funny about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so into it. My husband be like, Lord, she is in here talking to us like we are kindergartners. And I be like, oh,
Yes.
okay. I need you to try a little tenderness with me. Because, tenderness is a feeling.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Right.
And so we have the tenderness turtles.
Got you.
They triplets, Chris.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Listen.
Okay, I'm about to get like your husband.
They done gave me the puppets. So, I got a whole box of puppets.
Oh, God.
Who don't bring them? It's 3 of them.
Wait a minute. It is triplet, Shantha.
Turtles.
Turtles.
3 of them.
Ninja
Can
Turtles.
I tell you their names?
Ninja Turtles.
Can I tell you their names?
Oh, what's their name?
Ty,
Uh-huh.
Thelma,
Uh-huh.
and Trinity. Oh, my gosh. You know what? I'm going to invite you to one of my Feeling Friends classes.
Oh,
you
my
will love it.
God.
I teach it every Wednesday
Do you really?
at Big Brothers Big Sisters
Oh, okay, cool.
for daycare.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I go to Kimberly Park Elementary School, and I teach it to third graders.
That's beautiful.
So I think every school should have it. But
Yeah.
for now, until we get there, I'm going to go where I am called to go.
That's a great way to engage the children. That's
Absolutely.
great
But
way
I be in
to teach them.
Walmart calling people their animals. I don't even like Walmart. Excuse me, Mr. Walmart, whoever you are. But your store is not my favorite.
Hey, I like Walmart. We need that sponsor.
Well, okay, I love Walmart from time to time. Like,
girl, messing with you. Be
every 6
yourself,
months,
girl. Be
right?
yourself. Be yourself.
but like, so I'm in Walmart, and just it's too much going on in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this lady was very angry, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, Angie. I just called her Angie. She didn't know that Angie is the angry tiger. I was like, okay, Angie.
You done gave the child a name.
I called her
Angry?
a feelings friend. I sure
Okay.
did.
Angry tiger.
Angie the angry tiger. She was
Angie
just
the
angry.
angry tiger. She was just upset.
Angry. Angie the angry tiger.
That's a great way, though, to do it. And to
the
get a good
eyebrows,
laugh.
everything. Yes. So I be calling people.
Oh, boy, that
Or
is
when I meet
hilarious.
people that, like, because they all have names.
Yeah.
So, like, I meet somebody and
Yeah.
they're one of the feeling friends. I
Yeah.
go directly. I met this guy the other name. His name was Donnell.
Yeah.
I went straight to I was like, Donnell,
Donnell.
the disgusted dingo. Listen.
Oh, my
husband be
God.
like, this and that is her thing.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Donnell.
The disgusted
Dingo.
dingo.
Absolutely.
Shoot, dingoes
We
can
could
be
do this
kind of
all
mean.
day. You know there's a Christopher.
Come on, don't do that. No.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
save
what's the Christopher? Go
I'll
ahead.
save it.
No, what's the Christopher? I want to hear
save
it.
it.
What's the Christopher?
I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute.
You gotta say Christopher.
There's a Christopher.
Oh, Lord.
There's a Christopher. I'm gonna tell you.
For the feeling.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. I'm gonna find him for you.
oh man. If you, boy, I tell you.
I got a friend named Christina.
Mm-hmm.
She's the coping cow.
Hilarious. Lord, that's hilarious.
Well, I'll tell everybody yours later.
Okay, then. That's fine.
Actually, it's so you. It's so amazing. I was gonna save it for the end just to sum up put the icing on the cake.
Okay.
Y'all want to know what Christopher is?
What is it?
Christopher, the compassionate cheetah.
Shit, don't call me no cheetah, though. Hell no.
Cheetah, the animal. The cheetah. Christopher, the compassionate cheetah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Feeling, but it's true.
Yeah.
The feeling of sharing another's suffering that leads to a desire to help.
Yes.
That's what your platform is all about.
That's exactly what it's all
perfect for
about.
you.
Yes. I love it.
Compassionate. So when y'all think Christopher, think about the feeling compassionate, because he is Christopher.
I am a compassionate
cheetah.
person. I can be. Yes, I can be a very compassionate person. Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, Shantha, I thank you.
Yeah.
This has been an amazing conversation about love, and I can't wait till we do the next one.
Yes.
You know, I'm really looking forward to it, and I know that we are helping some folks out there. And again, listen, disclaimer: we don't claim to be, know-it-all. We're not know-it-alls. But I must say, Shantha did go to school for this, so she know what she's talking about.
You, I don't know it all. I just know a few things.
But
Just
you
a
are.
few things.
But you are. You went to school and
Just a few.
you studied to show yourself approved.
Well, come on. You
The church said amen.
let's say that again. Repita, por favor.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Yes. So everybody, what the world needs is a little bit more love.
Lot of love.
A lot of love.
Lot of
Love. What P. Diddy be saying? Love. Amar. Yeah. Love. LOVE. make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Tell your neighbor that you love them. Tell your brother or your sister, your children that you love them. And that you care for them. L-O-V-E. Let me get it right now.
That's right.
So listen, I hope you guys have learned something on today. Again, this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm Carl Ross Sr.
This is Shantha Caldwell.
And we are out. Peace.